and welcome to the new season. Obviously we are in the FM20 mobile Gateshead career mode. This is the 27-28 season. God, we're getting on a bit now. We are obviously in the new season. We've had a bit of a rough start, as you can see. Obviously the friendlies didn't go particularly well. 2 draws and 2 losses. We've started the season off with a win and a loss, a win against Leeds and a draw against Reading. We've got scorers of George Alexander, who you remember from probably about 4 or 5 seasons ago now. He's signed on a permanent deal, along with Von Schrotter getting on the score sheet again, and Von Schrotter scored there with, unfortunately, Primo Guyana got a disallowed goal in the first one for an unfortunate and not allowed draw. So we have the first round of the Carabao Cup first, but I'm going to show you the transfers of what's occurred over the time since the last episode of the season review. So we have Tyreek Wright's gone out to Oldham, 550k, so that's now the record fee for received money. Jamie Soule, after his 1 season, has gone. He didn't have the greatest seasons, but he's gone to Reading. Andrea Bruno, he's gone to STVV. I literally no idea who they are. Apparently a Belgian team. Cipriano, who you didn't actually see last season, he signed and then has now gone to Fleetwood. He went out on loan last year, and then I got a few offers in for him, so I decided to sell him. Sam McCallum, also the same. Sent him out on loan last season. So he's gone to Luton, as we've got too many left backs now. Jai Dempsey was actually a graduate, so he's managed to go to King's Lynn, so we've managed to get 170k out of him, and he's never even really played. And unfortunately, David Kroll signed a pre-agreement deal with Stourbridge early on, so we've actually lost him, unfortunately. So he's gone there. Which is an unfortunate thing. As you know, Alexander Fuchs has now gone to Lillestrøm. He's decided to leave us, so Glenn Botsky is now the captain of the team, and Church is vice-captain. So we've got a few players that came in, mostly youngsters to be honest. So from this lad's, he's a winger. For whatever reason, they're giving him number 9. I didn't get to pick his number. He's only played 1 game so far, but he was previously, as you saw there, worth 14 million. So for whatever reason he was worth that, and they decided to release him pretty quickly. So I guess we'll see what we can get out of him this year. George Alexander's made a return, and then Mata also a new signing, and Pala. All these players won't really be playing. Most of them have gone to the reserves. Caleb Tierney's gone out on loan, and so has Paulo Henrique. We've got some loans in. I've actually said Gent Jones home. We don't need him, so I've sent him home. Michael Powell, he's been brought in. He's a striker slash centre mid, and Ngalo, he is mostly a midfield player. So we've got plenty of players in, and that's what we've been up to really. Obviously many players out. We've managed to rake up 2.1 million, which we could spend really. We've got quite a bit of money now. To maybe bring one big signing in. So I guess we'll see what we'll do in the end. But we'll get on to the Carabao Cup game now. This is the team we're going to go with. We're going to go with the new goalkeeper, Derek Mertens, who we signed last season. He was out on loan at Bolton. I did okay. So Tierney's gone out on loan, and we'll let Mertens have the second spot at the moment. Romagnoli at right back, Williams and Rajowski, who's got a promotion now into centre back after playing very well in the reserves last year. Matarazzo at left back, Kennedy and Church in the middle, Maraguso in the middle, Lodi on the right, Maiton on the left, and Von Schrotter up top. Let's see how we get on with this then. Walsall are in League 1 currently, so theoretically we should be beating them, although we haven't massively improved the team from last year, so you never know. We didn't particularly walk away with the Championship last season, so I guess we'll see what we can do. Von Schrotter is now a little bit happier. Not wanting to go as much, although I'm sure if a offer came for him, if he had a release clause, I couldn't get him to stay. So luckily he doesn't have one, and we've managed to keep him to stay. Yellow cards coming out left, right and centre here. but it's the way it's been, and we just need to try to get some shots on. Mighton's had a few chances. We just need to turn these chances into goals and see how we do. Von Schrotter, I think, has gone. I don't know what he's done here. Is there a free kick? There's been a yellow card to one of their players. I'm not exactly sure. Oh, there's a red card. I'm not exactly what for, but I guess we'll get a free kick on the edge. Von Schrotter hopefully can put this in, or we can't. It was a bit of a curling effort, but it's just gone over the bar. But Walsall are a man down, so theoretically we should be doing better than this now. We've had 5 shots and 1 on target, which is a bit pathetic, really. We need to be doing better than that. Let's see how we get on. This half's going a bit slow, so we need to have some chances. Lodi tries to put it in, but it goes straight to the goalkeeper's hands, unfortunately. It looks like we're going to get to half-time. We really need to step up the game. We can't afford to have a replay in this. It's not what we want. But we're doing okay, and I guess we'll just leave it and see how we do in the second half. We've got all the chances in the game and way more possession. We just need to put some of these shots into goals. It's becoming a bit of an annoyance, really. Just need to get some chances. For God's sake, how on earth they get their first shot and then instantly goes in? That's just typical Gateshead defending. We really need to do better than that. Bloody hell. Right, come on then, let's do some changes then. What we'll do is we'll take Kennedy off. We'll bring Alexander on. He can come and sit next to mate boy there. We'll keep that. Can you play in CDM? No. Right, so what we'll do is we'll leave it like that for now, and we'll see what happens. We need to get some of these chances into goals. Oh, it's going to wind me up. Properly wind me up. How can we do this? This is ridiculous. We've been all over them and we can't blooming score. Oh, it's embarrassing. Right, so what's going on then? What we'll do... No, we can't do that. I was going to put 3-3, but you just can't do that. We'll bring on this lad. Play these 2 in here, and Church also to come off for Benedetto, and hopefully something will change here, and we'll get some chances, especially with the 2 lads up top. We just need to get some chances in to score. For God's sake, we're already going to be out of the Carabao Cup. Oh my God, they're going to score again. What an absolute bloody nightmare. We're not even going to score. We're not going to get an equaliser here. It's left it too late. Somehow they've got back into the game. Oh, what a ridiculous effort from the boys. Well, I'm actually very disappointed here. Very disappointed. That's terrible. Absolutely shocking. But I guess we'll have to go with that and just keep going. We can't let our heads dip, but that's embarrassing. Well, on to the Swansea game, I guess I'll show you. I might as well. As we're out of that, I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to show you next. I guess we'll see. Maybe FA Cup. I have no idea what I'm going to show you, but I guess we'll see. Just a quick note before we go anywhere. The reserves are now in Reserves Group 4. So there's some big teams there, so I don't know how this is going to go, but I guess we'll see. But we'll be right back for the Swansea game. Welcome back. So after that shit show, we are now playing our 3rd game of the Championship. We have Swansea City to play against today. We're at home, so let's see how we get on. But obviously we're out of the Carabao Cup, and I'm not exactly sure who on earth we're going to be put up against in the FA Cup and when that will be. So there might be a bit of a gap, and I can't exactly say when our next episode will come. But because it's going to be a season where we're not going to really achieve much, I'm going to skip through it quite quickly, I think. But we'll see how we do in the FA Cup. And once we're out of the FA Cup, I'll probably just skip right to the end of the season to get it done with. So we'll see how we get on. But let's get on to the game. We have Valtorta, Glenbotsky, Williams, Astley, Simpson, Benedetto, Kennedy, Maraguso, Fluminense, Schonfelder and Von Schrotter. Obviously, Fluminense is a new player that you've never seen before. So let's see how we get on. obviously we're home today. There's 9,070 people here today. So let's see how this does for us. Currently Swansea are in the relegation zone. We're mid-table, 13th. So theoretically we should hopefully beat these, but we're only 2 games in, and 2 games don't mean anything. So let's see how we get on. I'm trying to avoid relegation obviously this season. But hopefully we'll be able to do that, because I really need to keep my job or this series is over, which would be a bit of a ball ache. So let's keep it going and see how we do. Von Schrotter plays it, and oh my God, there's a goal. Maraguso plays it through to Von Schrotter. He's not going to finish. He's not going to miss from there. Sorry, no defenders around him. I have no idea where on earth they were. They've got a guy called Reagan up top. He used to play for us. Taylor Reagan. He's on loan from Man United. He used to play for us. He had a few games and did okay, actually. Fair enough. That's where he's doing now. He's still at Man United, so he's obviously doing okay. Von Schrotter gets another chance and just puts it wide of Whiteman. But we're 1-0 up. Or are we gonna? Okay, we're 1-0 up at half time, which is good. We've only had 1 shot on target, but we've made it count to go 1-0 up just before half time. Let's see how we do. We've got another chance. Maraguso puts it straight into the goalkeeper's hands, unfortunately. But we're getting some more chances in now. We just need to get some goals and from these chances. Let's see how we do now. So Benedetto to come off. We'll bring on Mr. Church. Obviously, Fuchs has now left. So Glenn Botsky at right back today will be the captain for the club for the foreseeable future, as another goal goes in, and I think it was Schonfelder. It was. I thought it was. I didn't want to say Von Schrotter just in case it was Schonfelder, and it was Schonfelder. So that's a good goal for him, already getting on the score sheets. Let's go with Cavallo, and then we'll do the last one. This is going to be a decent win for the lads. We'll bring on Guriana, and we'll go 2 up front. Screw it. Why not? We'll do that. Guyana had a very good season at Napoli last year, so we're giving him a chance. We've got too many strikers, to be honest. We probably shouldn't have brought in George Alexander, but I decided to bring him in anyway. I was going to loan out one of them, but we decided to keep all of them. And playing with only 1 striker, it's a bit of an annoyance, but I guess it's best to have an abundance. As we concede, unfortunately, that's Reagan's goal. He scored against his old club. Although he probably only played like 15 games for the club, probably not even that, because he was a January transfer window signing. But he did all right. But it looks like we're going to win 2-1. To be fair, Swansea showed a very good game there, really. 7 shots on target. They just couldn't capitalise on them. Oscar Schonfelder coming to the rescue, and the 2 German boys getting us through to the rest of the season, to be honest. So that puts them down in 23rd. We're now in 6th. I don't want to go up this season. There's no way it's going to happen. We spent 3 years in League One. I'm planning on maybe spending around that in the Championship, maybe even longer, because the Championship's a lot harder than the lower leagues. Probably even harder than the Premier League, to be honest. But we'll see how we get on. But that's that. Obviously, as I've said, I don't know what I'm going to show you next, so I guess you'll see when it turns up. But I'll go through the season a little bit. We'll see how we are, and we'll get through probably to the FA Cup, unless there's any other cup games that pop up, but I don't think there will be, especially when we got knocked out by Walsall, which is a bit of a disappointment. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.